Right, so we are going to practice a restorative practice this morning. So make sure that you have relevant props for yourself, whatever they may be for you. Maybe a blanket, maybe a cushion, maybe a couple of blocks if they're available to you. You can always have books if you don't have any props, but remember just to stay comfortable through the entire practice. So today we're going to open up with the breath, where we're going to find a box breathing, finding the inhalation through your nose for count of 4, holding 4, exhale 4, and holding for 4. So this will be our breath for today. So just make sure that you get yourself fully settled onto your mat. You can extend your legs, you can just stay cross-legged, whatever it is you need to allow yourself to create the space within your body and your mind. And when you get there, I would like you to open your palms so they're facing the sky and connect your index and thumb fingers on both hands. And then when you get there, I want you to just slowly close your eyes. And start for now bringing the awareness to your natural breath. Finding our inhale and exhale. Finding the rhythm of the breath. Noticing your chest rising and falling. Every breath you take in and out. Try not to overthink this breath for now. Just noticing the rhythm of it. Noticing how it travels from the base of your spine through the midline all the way to the crown of your head. Notice your body parts just expanding and falling as it goes. Perhaps noticing any tension in the body. Noticing what you may be feeling this morning. And when you are coming to your last natural breath, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and fully sigh out through your mouth. Now let's begin our box breath, where we find in the inhalation for count of 4. Take a breath through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at your own pace, finding your kumbhaka, your retention. Release. Kumbhaka. 2 more rounds at your own pace. Just take a deep breath, noticing how your chest and belly is rising. And when you get to the last breath, just take one last deep breath in through both nostrils and fully sigh out through your mouth. And when you're ready, just keep your eyelids closed if you can. Bring the hands together in front of your heart space, and we'll honor our practice to start with 3 rolling Oms. So you can do it at your own time, however you wish. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Ah, 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 Now take a deep breath in through nose and fully sigh out. When you're ready, release your hands. Start slowly opening into your eyes, taking your time, just giving yourself really space here. Maybe just give yourself a bit of a movement in your neck. Just whatever it is, you can do your shoulders, your neck, anything which feels comfortable in your body. And when you feel like it's time, slowly find your stationery. You may want to reach for your block if it's there and it's available. You may sit on that blanket, you can sit on a cushion, whatever it is you need. And I want you to bring your left hand on top of the block and reach your right arm to sky. Just take a deep inhale here, and we slowly side bend to the left. If that right arm is a bit too much, you can always bring the hand behind your head and keep your right elbow open. But you can keep the block there to keep you elevated, so you don't have to allow yourself to come lower. You're just noticing more of an extension, but also staying here just for a few breaths, just noticing the side body stretch, noticing how the body feels this morning. Take a last deep inhale. And with exhale, slowly lift yourself back up. Release your right hand back towards the earth. We go to the opposite side. We're going to bring the block on the right hand, on the right side, and bring the right hand on top of the block. Reach your left arm to sky. Inhale. You can slide that block even further away from you this time if it feels good. And you exhale, bringing the left arm over your head. And again, just maybe close your eyes and really connect with your breath. Maybe start slowly connecting with that Ujjayi breath, finding the inhale through nose, exhale out through nose. Remember, option is always here, bringing the hand behind your head if it's a bit too much. Take one last deep inhale. And with exhale, slowly start lifting yourself up, bringing your left arm all the way back to the earth. Now let's slowly begin onto our knees. So we're going to bring ourselves onto our knees. So make sure that you have your blanket under your knees if you can. So again, you create a bit of a nice support there for your knees, so you can roll it, you can open it, whatever it is you need and the body needs. I like a bit more padding when I'm doing this. So when we're ready, I want you to keep your block in front of your forehead, and I want you to reach your hands to the corners of your mat. Then maybe start slowly lowering your chest and your forehead down. Press the block if you need to. You can also have a cushion if you don't feel that you want to feel a bit of hardness on your forehead. You can always bring the cushion below and just keep your hips nice and high and allow your shoulders to really reset and relax. So find there's no tension in your body, and if there is, you may need to prop yourself up a little bit more wherever it feels comfortable. And just stay here for 3 rounds of your breath. Really notice it, how it travels through your body. Take one more deep inhale. And with your next exhale, slowly start lifting the forehead, pressing into the hands, lifting yourself all the way back up. Really take your time, be very gentle with yourself. Slide your props on a side if you need a bit of a space. Now, I would like you to walk your hands towards your knees and for a moment just sit on your feet. Not for everybody. If you need to bring a blanket between your sit bones and your feet, feel free to roll it in. But really notice that long spine. Maybe just close your eyes. Just find one breath here. Find your inhale and exhale. Now when you're ready, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back towards that tabletop, giving ourselves a bit of a movement into the spine. So taking your time, keep your knees still supported if you can. And we're going to slowly find a few cat and cows, just allowing the spinal movement. Bring your chest forward, belly drops, finding the inhale and exhale, push the ground away with your cat. And we go again. Inhale, bring your chest forward. And exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin to chest. We go 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And exhale, pushing the ground away. Now find your neutral spine here. Just take a breath in. And I want you to bring your right hand towards the middle of your mat. And when you're ready, push the ground away and reach your left arm to sky. Very slow. And exhale, slowly release. So we are creating a bit of a movement into our shoulders. We're going to bring our left hand back to the middle of the mat and reach your right arm. You may notice a bit better range of motion here, like the mobility kind of thing. You can always see the difference in the sides, and that's okay. Slowly release your hand back down. Now we're going to find ourselves in our swan pose. So that is to bring the hands a little bit further away, and I want you to bring your right knee in between your hands, so not even to the wrist. I really want you to bring it towards the hand, in between the hands, sorry. And then you bend into your left knee. So your left knee is bent as well as your right knee is bent, and your sit bones ground towards the floor. That's it. And you've got option where you can always slide a blanket below that right hip to give yourself a bit of a more of a support. If you have a cushion, the cushion is a nice prop here where you kind of slowly rotate the chest towards that right knee and we slowly lower ourselves down, and maybe just bringing the arms onto the cushion. You can even just bring the head onto the cushion. You can turn to the side with the head, whatever it is. So this is completely different to pigeon pose. You should be feeling comfortable. If anything is in your way, adjust yourself, slide it away. If you feel that your chest is pressing onto your right thigh, maybe slide the cushion in as well. Just really notice your breath. Take 3 rounds of breath here. And whenever you're ready, we slowly just press into our hands, start lifting yourself all the way back up. Take your time, there's no rush. And then I want you to bring the hands in front of you, and then we're going to slowly push into the hands and start bringing the right knee out of your hands. Take your time. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down. So again, you can have a blanket to roll it all the way. And then we're going to slowly lower onto forearms and release up, pubic bone down, release the legs all the way. So having a blanket below your hips to supporting your pubic bone is quite a nice way of supporting your body. And then if you have a bolster or a cushion, you can slide it under your chest, give yourself a bit more of a comfort here. And then you've got option to just stay in this lovely cobra, creating the stimulation in your lumbar spine, your lower back. And you've got also option, if you want to release your forehead, you can rest it on a block if you want to. I like to keep my head up. I like to open up my thyroid. Remember, there's no any tension, so you need to be fully relaxed. So if there is any pain, if there is any tension, you can always release from this pose. Take one last deep breath. And with the control, slowly release. Bring your arms along the body. You can always slide the cushion away. You can always keep the head on the cushion. And just bring your arms along the body. Just give yourself a bit of a nice release, melting into your mat. Extending the spine. Remember, sometimes slowing down is harder than a physical practice. Allowing to slow ourselves down is equally important. Take another breath here. And when we're ready, slowly bring the hands below your shoulders and we lift ourselves all the way back up, taking our time, giving ourselves a bit of a moment in a child's pose at the same time. So bring your sit bones towards the feet, maybe bring your arms along the body this time, wrap your head in. And when we're ready, we slowly lift our chest and our forehead, giving yourself a time. Now, I would like you to bring your knees so they turn towards the front, and we're going to slowly bring ourselves into the seated position. So you can again bring your blanket so it's rolled out a little bit more. You can roll it under your sit bones a bit more if you need to. So you can always just elevate yourself a bit more, whatever it is you need. And we're going to slowly connect the sole of the feet together and let your knees fall out to the side. So really open up your hips. Again, if you've got a cushion, you can always just bring the cushion in. And you can either keep it high, you can just hug it in. If you've got bolster, you can do it same with bolster. Whatever it is, again, you feel comfortable. Take one more inhale. And with exhale, slowly start extending the spine, giving yourself a bit of time, allowing the chest to open, releasing the cushion. Start inviting the knees gently up. Slide the blocks on the side so they're not in your way. And with this time, I'm going to turn towards your left side. So this is where we're going to find that swan. So we're bringing the knees into the bendy position. Actually, let me bring the cushion to front. And again, you can have your hips, the left hip supported by your blanket. You can have this cushion in front of you, and then you can slowly come all the way down. You can also have a block to support your forehead if it feels good. Really keep your breath flowing here. Just notice if there is any sensation, any tension in the body. Take one last deep breath in. And with the control, slowly start lifting your chest and your spine all the way back up, releasing any of the props you are having right now. So what we're going to do now is that I want you to slowly slide that right leg to to the back. We're going to be sitting at the back now, where you kind of facing the back and unbinding your left leg. So you may sit on your blanket, again to elevate your hips. And then we're going to find here a bit of a fold. So you may want to bring a couple of blocks in front of you. You can have a bolster. You can even have a cushion, which you can have so it lowers. You've got option that to create a bit of a support with your forehead. If you don't want to use the blocks, and instead maybe you want to just use a cushion, I quite like to elevate my knees as well. So I slide my cushion under my knees so my legs are not exactly straight, because we are restoring in this pose. We're not finding any tension. So you've got that option to do that, and slowly hinge forward from your hips, giving yourself the extension in your spine. Again, this is not about going in the pose fully. It's about creating a stillness and a rest. And really breathe through this pose. Just really notice the extension of the spine and just melting into the pose with each out breath. Noticing where it may take you, noticing how your nervous system with each breath is allowing you to soothe it. Allow your arms to relax. And with your next exhale, slowly start sliding the spine and the chest all the way back up. Giving yourself a moment here. Open your eyes if you have not done so already. You may want to just slowly bend into your knees, slide a cushion if it was supporting you on a side. Bend into both knees, bring the knees closer to chest, and give yourself a hug. Now when you're ready, slowly lift your head, and we're going to this time extend your left leg and bring your right knee to side. Again, you've got option to bring a cushion or a bolster or a block under your right knee. And this time I want you to kind of go into a bit of like a middle, like a bit of a diagonal kind of stretch or release. We're going to bring the hands into the middle. Usually we would come to the leg, but this time we're coming and extending the arms. You can always bring the blocks under your hands if you want a bit of a support and more of a rest. Remember, you've got that option where you don't have to just create a strength or deep stretch. This is really about allowing your body to fully rest and reconnect. And really keep coming back to your breath. One last deep breath here. With your next exhale, start slowly lifting your chest and the spine all the way back up. We're going to slowly slide the cushion away so it's not in your way. And this time inviting your right knee up. And we're going to slowly move our legs. So we're going to face the front. So we're going to move our right leg to the side and we extend as well as your left leg. So you can have that nice opening And what I would maybe suggest, you can always bring your blocks below your thighs. So again, your legs don't have to be straight. If you feel that sitting up is enough, feel free to do so. If you want to just lean forward, maybe bringing the blanket or cushion in front of you. Just really notice your breath here. Take one last inhale. And with exhale, slowly start rolling the spine all the way back up, really taking your time. Now slowly take one block at a time off your knees, bending into your left knee, bringing the left knee to the front, and we're rotating all the way back to front, all the way to the front of your mat, where your right leg is extended, and this time your left knee is bent. So you're bringing maybe the cushion below your left knee, and again we're stretching ourselves through the gap, so bringing maybe the blocks in between. You can lower, you can just keep them further away, close to you, whatever feels comfortable really. You can stay higher up if it feels better and you need a bit more of a just extension in your spine, staying higher. Take one last deep breath. And with the control, start slowly lifting yourself all the way back up. Really take your time. Sliding the blocks on the side. Inviting your left knee up, bending into your right knee and hug your knees into chest. And when you're ready, slowly lift your chest and your head. And we're going to bring ourselves all the way down, but make sure that you have props again. You can support your lower back with your blanket so it's a bit warmer. You can unroll your blanket, maybe bringing a bit more layers on. You can have a blanket close by so you can wrap yourself in eventually when we finish our practice. So when we're ready, slowly bring your spine all the way down, releasing your head. Really notice a comfort in your body. And when you get there, I want you to bring your right knee to chest. And we're going to slowly bring that knee over the extended leg. If you have a bit of an option of bringing the cushion below your right knee, that's a nice way of a support. You can even have a bit of a blanket rolled up or some block. And you don't have to twist anyway. You can just keep your chest in the center. You can keep your head in the center. You can keep your arms along the body. Or if you feel that you want to find the extension, feel free. If you want to turn your head to the right shoulder, feel free. You can do whatever you want as long as you feel comfortable and your knee is supported. If you need to fully roll onto your left hip, that's okay too. And with your next exhale, slowly, very slowly and gently roll yourself back to center with your right knee. You can extend the right leg, or if you feel like you want a bit more, you can invite the knees over the hips and slowly find the fountain of youth, extending the legs to sky. You can even bring a cushion below your lower back to give yourself a bit of elevation, which is a nice way of restorativeness. The most important thing is to stay nice and comfortable. Remember, you can always do this against the wall if it's better for you. Let your shoulders to melt into mat. And with your next exhale, slowly just bring your knees into bend, bring your feet towards your ground. And maybe if your cushion was below your lower back, just slide it on the side. This time we're going to extend your right leg, bring your left knee to chest, and let's find that twist. Again, you can support your left knee with your block, your bolster, your cushion. Again, I quite like to roll onto my right hip a little bit more to create more of a softening and rest. Take one more inhale, and with exhale, let's slowly realign your left knee back. You can bend into your right knee, invite both knees over hips, and slowly just draw circles with your lower back, massaging the lower back, just giving yourself a bit of space. And when you're ready, if there is any other pose you wish to take, maybe recline butterfly, or if you wish to come into your stillness, finding the Shavasana, extending the legs, bringing the arms along the body. Bring one hand to your chest and one to your belly. And reconnect with your breath. Your eyelids feel heavy. Your shoulders and your spine melt into the mat. And notice yet again the rhythm of your breath. Inviting the stillness for the season of slowing down and hibernation. Notice the sound of your breath with each in-breath and each out-breath. Creating the deepness of your breathing. Creating the space and time for yourself with each breath. If every single person who has liked you in your lifetime were to light up on a map, it would create the most glitteringly beautiful network you could imagine. Throw in the strangers you have been kind to, the people you have made laugh or inspired along the way, and that star-bright web of you would be an impressive sight to behold. You are so much more than you think you are. You have done so much more than you realize. You are trailing a bright pathway that you don't even know about. What a thing. What a thing indeed to be you. Now I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose and fully sigh out. Another deep inhale and let go. Last deep breath in and release. Start slowly and gently bringing the movement back to the body. Give yourself whatever movement your body requires. You may want to turn your head from side to side, giving yourself a deep body stretch. Then invite your knees to your chest, give yourself a big hug. Rock from side to side and then roll onto the right side. And for a moment stay here. Really reconnect with yourself. Find what you are grateful for today. And when you're ready, just press into your hands and lift the heart off the ground, coming back to seated position of your choice. Bring the hands in front of your heart space. Let's honor our practice with one Om and three Shantis together. Take a breath in to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring the hands in between your eyebrows for kind thoughts, lips for kind words, and your heart for kind actions. I want you to know that you are beautiful, powerful, and strong. There's no space or distance between us. We are all one. Namaste.